Hey folks, I am Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking a look at the breakdown of all of the individual dividends that I earned for the month of November 2023, coming into a very good year overall for the stock market. And by that is a joke, only the month of November has been pretty good. But let's go ahead and see how good the market has been to my portfolio balance this month. Alright, so first things first, we can see that we saw a massive gain in the overall market value of my portfolio. We jumped up from just under $29,000 to $31,505.05 for a gain of about $2,500 or almost 8.8% increase. That was the biggest jump that we've seen this last year. Overall, that brings us to an increase of 9.51% for a gain of $2,592 and some change. So it's been a heck of a year for the stock market, up and down and all around, and hopefully we continue on with this and we end the year on a higher note than where we're at right now. So that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and take a look at how I rebalanced my portfolio to follow my strategy as far as investing in the different stock sectors. So we can see that this was the breakdown last month of what I had. We wanted to focus on finance and real estate as they were farther below my target breakdown here, just based off the overall value of my portfolio and the percentages of the amount of money there, as well as the total dividends that I earned from each one of those sectors. I went ahead and invested into real estate only, trying to bring that up because it has been hit pretty hard this last year. We bought two different shares, one with ticker symbol CCI and one with ticker symbol STAG, for a total of $141.20 broken down here between the two of them. And this is how we're ending the month with our breakdown here. So we can see that finance kind of corrected itself a little bit, and that's why we focused more on the real estate than the finance sector here. But utilities has taken a hit and telecommunications has come down as well. But we are seeing those dividends increase little by little with that. So speaking of dividends, let's go ahead and see how much total dividends overall I earned for the month of November. So woo-wee, a little bit slower month there. We are seeing that triple effect come through. We made $77.16, bringing our total dividends to just over $1,078, just shy of $1,079 there. So this next month, December, we should be right around $100 with that dividend return. So we should end up just shy of $1,200 in dividends, but that's okay. We're doing really good with that. Speaking of all of these dividends, let's go ahead and jump into the individual breakdowns for all of the dividends that I earned. Alright, so dividend number one coming out on the 1st of November is ticker symbol GIS, which is General Mills, for $5.31. I own 9 shares of the stock, and we are up about 2.1% in this position overall. Dividend number two coming in again on the 1st of November is ticker symbol T, which is AT&T, for $10.82. We are holding strong with our 39 shares of this stock, and we are up over $1,268 for a gain of just over 112% increase. Wow, I'm really glad that we've held on to this company and watched them go through their dividend decrease and all of the different things they've had to struggle through this year. This is a bigger one in my portfolio, coming in about 7.6% overall, and on average most of the companies inside of my portfolio are going to be about 1% or less. So anything that is way above like 7.5% is a big chunk of my portfolio. But moving right along with dividend number 3 coming in on the 6th of November, ticker symbol BNDX, which is the Vanguard Total International Bond ETF, for 25 cents. We own 3 shares of this, and we are sitting almost even with about a loss of $5.46. Dividend number 4 coming in on the 10th of November is ticker symbol AXP, which is the American Express Company, for $4.20. I own 7 shares of the stock, and we are up almost 36% in this position for a gain of about $315 overall. Dividend number 5 coming in again on the 10th of November is ticker symbol BK, which is the Bank New York Mellon Corporation for $2.10. I own 5 shares of this stock, and we're up almost $29.50 in this position for a gain of just shy of 14% overall. Dividend number 6 coming in on the 14th of November is ticker symbol OKE for $4.78. I own 5 shares of the stock. Average purchase price for those shares is $46.68 a pop with that. And we are up over $110 in this position for a gain of just shy of 47.5% in market value. Dividend number 7 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol ABBV for $1.48. I own 1 share of the stock, and we are up 32.8% in this one little stock that we have for a gain of about $35.17. Dividend number 8 coming in on the 15th of November, ticker symbol HRL, which is Hormel Foods Corporation, for 83 cents. We own 3 shares of the stock, and we are down about 34.5% in this position for a loss of about $48. Dividend number 9 coming in again on the 15th of November is ticker symbol KMI, which is Kinder Morgan Incorporated, for $1.98. I own 7 shares of this stock, and we're up about 30.27% in this position for a gain of just shy of $29. Dividend number 10 coming in again on the 15th of November is ticker symbol NNN, which is the NNN REIT. Real estate company there for you, for $6.78. We are up to 12 shares of this stock, and we are up about 2% in this position overall for a gain of about $9.36. Dividend number 11 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol O, which is the Realty Income Corporation, for $1.54. We own 6 shares of this stock, and we are down about 18.7% in this position for a loss of about $75. But this company did go ahead and increase their dividend at a fraction of a cent, from 25 and 6/10 cents to 25 and 6.5 cents tenths. You guys know what I'm talking about. Numbers are not my strong suit. Dividend number 12 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol OHI, which is Omega Healthcare Investors. This is the largest dividend that I earned this month, coming in at $16.08. We own 24 shares of the stock. Average purchase price for those shares is $29.93 a pop, and we are up $43.50 in this position for a gain of just over 6%. Dividend number 13 coming in on the 15th of November is ticker symbol STAG, one of the companies that we did go ahead and reinvest in. We earned 37 cents off this dividend with the 4 shares that we owned at the time. The average purchase price for those shares is $36.18 a piece, and we are at a loss of about $1.30, or less than 1% of the initial investment in this entire stock. So all 4 shares of this company. Yes, words. Dividend number 14 coming in on the 16th of November, ticker symbol APL, which is Apple Incorporated, for $3.84. We own 16 shares of the stock, and they are up over 73% in this position for a gain of just shy of $1,300 even Steven. And this is the biggest company in my portfolio, Apple, coming in at 9.6% overall. So we're getting close to that 10% mark. As we rebalance and all of that, will fluctuate with that. But this is still one of the big breadwinners in my portfolio. Apple is a very good company that has done very well with their entire company, essentially. Moving on to another one of my favorite companies, dividend number 15 coming in on the 17th of November is ticker symbol COST, which is Costco, for $3.06. We own 3 shares of the stock, and we are again up over 60% in this position for a gain of just shy of $670 overall. And Costco is one of the bigger ones, coming in at 5.6 of my entire portfolio breakdown. Dividend number 16 coming in on the 21st of November is ticker symbol WRK, Westrock Company, for 91 cents. I own 3 shares of this stock, and we're up about $7 in this position overall. And they went ahead and increased their dividend from 27.5 cents a share to 30 and 2 1/4 of a penny. You would understand, Dividend number 17 coming in on the 24th of November is ticker symbol RY, which is the Royal Bank of Canada, which is why we're seeing that Canadian tax come out courtesy of my brokerage account Ally. That is a 15%-ish tax with that. So we ended up taking home $2.52 from this dividend for the three shares that we own. And we are up just over 10% in this position for a gain of about $25. Dividend number 18 coming in on the 27th of November is ticker symbol EFC, one of my monthly payouts, which is Ellington Financial Incorporated, for $8.25 for the 55 shares that we own. And we are down about 28.3% in this position overall, but still getting those monthly dividends, which is very, very nice. Dividend number 19 coming in on the 29th of November is ticker symbol SIRI, which is Sirius XM Holdings, for 16 cents. I own 6 shares of this stock, and we are down 23.16% in this position for a loss of about $8.50, and this makes up 0.1% of my entire portfolio. So tiny little pellet there, but they did go ahead and increase their dividend a fraction of a penny, from 2 4/10 to 2 6/10. Goodness, you can see these are really hard dividends to name, but they increased their dividend a little bit, so I will take that there, and we'll see that in the future with our dividend returns. And then the last dividend number 20, coming in on the 30th of November, is ticker symbol LTC. One of my monthly payouts there, for $1.90 for the 10 shares that we own, and we are down about $48.50 in this position, and it makes up exactly 1% of my entire portfolio. So those are all of the individual dividends that I earned, all 20 of them for the month of November, totaling $77.16. That's really good. I'm happy to see that. Let's jump over and see how all of the fluctuations and increases and whatnot impacted the statistics of how my dividend portfolio is doing. All right, so looking straight off the bat, we can see that we did have a dividend yield decrease just based off of market value and where I invested my money. To rebalance that out. So even though we saw a dividend yield decrease, this is based off the overall value of my portfolio and how much dividends I'm earning. We did see all the other trackers here increase as far as how much money we are making. It's just based off of the breakdown of my portfolio. So we went ahead and saw the annual dividend yield increase to $1,242.50. So a more than $10 increase off of that. Per month, that comes out to $103.54. If we were to look at that per week, that would be $23.89. So a 20-cent increase there. And then if we were to look at that per day, it would be $3.40. So we saw a big 2-cent jump with that, and we are continuing to see this increase, and we will hit those higher numbers as we keep moving along. If we were to look at that per hour, we're back up to 14 2/10 cents there. Nothing's changed per minute there. We're still at that 2/10 of a penny there. But if we were to compare this to an average 40-hour work week, we are getting very, very close to hitting that 60 cents an hour, just based off of passive income, essentially, with very, very little time spent reinvesting and doing all of this. So that's a pretty good yield right there, getting really close to hitting those numbers that we want as far as my goals. That's what I'm talking about here. So we can see where our current status is right now and the goals that I set for myself for 2023 this year. I've already crossed off the dividends. We're not going to hit that $1,275. We're going to be close. We're not going to hit it. We still have a chance of reaching a portfolio value of $32,500. We're about $1,000 off, so it really depends on how the market does this month. We want to reach $105 in dividends monthly average, and we are getting close to that. We're just about $1 off, so who knows if we're going to hit that. I doubt it, but you never know. And then we want to reach $3.45 a day in dividends average, and we are about 5 cents away from that. And hopefully, you never know, maybe we'll hit that and we'll keep working towards our long-term goals of reaching that $600,000 value, earning about a 4% annual return, and that would be about $2,000 a month on average, or $65.75 a day. And this is just my little tracking chart here so that we can see it clearly, just like we can see how we're doing with those daily earnings. So we're looking pretty good there. I'm excited to see how the end of the year goes and the last quarter, and see if we're going to knock my goals out of the park. Fingers crossed with that. Hopefully your portfolio is doing as well as mine is at the very end of the year, and I will check in with you shortly. Bye, guys.